Thank you, Lyric and Abby. This is Jillian Randle, ND Sunrise's political correspondent. I'm here every Tuesday morning delivering the latest balanced news from South Bend, Washington, and around the world. The sixth day and second week of testimony in the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin began yesterday. The first week of the trial included compelling and emotional testimony from individuals like Darnella Frazier, the girl who took the cell phone video of the encounter, Genevieve Hansen, a Minneapolis firefighter who witnessed the incident while off duty, as well as Floyd's girlfriend and members of the Minneapolis Police Department. It also included detailed accounts of Floyd's last day through countless cell phone videos, surveillance cameras, and police body cameras. Yesterday, Monday, April 5th, we heard from Minneapolis Chief of Police, Madera Arredondo, testifying that Derek Chauvin absolutely violated Minneapolis police policy. Among questioning, he also agreed with the defense lawyer that a police body camera showed Derek Chauvin's knee on Floyd's shoulder blade rather than his neck, as the viral video implies. But the prosecutors pointed out that that was the moment the paramedics were arriving, and the original video did indeed appear to show Chauvin's knee on Floyd's neck. We also heard from the emergency room doctor who pronounced George Floyd dead. He testified that a lack of oxygen was likely the cause of his death. We're expecting to hear from more witnesses today. This week, we expect the prosecutors to shift their focus from what occurred the day of Floyd's death to get a closer look at the legal meaning and repercussions of the incident. The crisis at the southern border is finally getting more attention as reporters were finally let into a packed migrant facility in Donna, Texas last Tuesday. Due to social distancing and safety measures, the facility's capacity was 250 during the pandemic and 1,000 before the pandemic. Currently, there are about 4,000 migrants in this facility, with more than 3,000 of those being unaccompanied minors. 39 of those migrants have been at the facility for more than 15 days, even though policy requires a maximum hold of only 72 hours. Texas Deputy Border Chief Raul Ortiz told reporters that he, quote, fully expects Border Patrol to encounter more than 1 million migrants this year. The Biden administration has come under heavy criticism for this border surge and these inhumane conditions. Critics associate the high numbers with Biden's reversal of Trump's administration policies, like the migrant protection protocols, which kept migrants in Mexico for the duration of their claims. After touring the facility in Donna, Republican Senator Ted Cruz said, quote, "This is inhumane. And it is wrong, and it is the direct consequence of policy decisions by the Biden administration to stop building the wall, to return to catch and release, and to end the stay in Mexico policy," unquote. The Biden administration has admitted to facing challenges at the border, but blames the Trump administration's discontinuation of pathways for asylum. At his press conference last week, Biden said, quote, he, in fact, shut down the number of beds available. He, Donald Trump, did not fund HHS to get people to get the children out of those Border Patrol facilities where they should not be and are not supposed to be more than a few days. But he dismantled all of that, unquote. A large part of this border dispute has to do with Title 42, a controversial policy issued under the Trump administration by the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. It essentially allows Customs and Border Protection to expel undocumented migrants in efforts of preventing the spread of the coronavirus in holding facilities. This action was widely denounced by immigration activists and even Vice President Kamala Harris. While many assumed President Biden would quickly eliminate the policy given his open border campaign platform, the Biden administration has continued the practice, but with minor changes in its implementation as it relates to unaccompanied children. While the Trump administration expelled most adults and children, the Biden administration has begun admitting small amounts of migrant children, yet still turn away most families and adults. This increase has largely contributed to the overcrowding in these short-term facilities. Republicans and border officials have remained vocal about the necessity of Title 42, while many Democrats and activists still remain critical of the policy's proclaimed violation of constitutional liberties. For now, the Biden administration is trying to quickly open new facilities to help transfer these children out of the Customs and Border Protection facilities. The White House continues to uphold that it will not turn away unaccompanied children, and sources at the border say President Biden will likely keep Title 42 until the administration can figure out a better way to handle the processing of these larger groups of unaccompanied minors and asylum seekers. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said at a March press conference, quote, "I expect that decision will be made with our health team in the lead and in coordination with the Department of Health and Human Services and the Department of Homeland Security," unquote. For NDTV, with the latest balanced news from South Bend, Washington, and around the world, this is Jillian Randle.